Hello everyone, I'm LuppyRes. This is Super Mario 35, and here are today's daily challenges. Clear 2 courses in a single 35-player battle. Target and send enemies to lowest time 30 times. And defeat 200 enemies. I feel like I've already done this 1,000 times. Trying out a new microphone position. We'll see if that works. Probably won't. I'm not gonna like the sound quality. I don't know. I learn a lot going through these videos. Like, just today, I realized that there's occasionally this weird like humming noise in the background of my videos. And I think it's from the register kicking in and the heat turning on. So I don't really... I assume the easiest way to deal with it would be to just not turn up my mic's audio so loud. Like when I'm going through editing my movies. But I don't know. I like being loud. I like being louder than the music. I suppose I could turn the music down a little bit more and turn my voice up a little bit less. But I don't know. I suppose I could also just figure out how to set up a noise gate and go from there, right? Like a professional. Here I am, just a guy with my hands in pillowcases and towels. Well, that was a waste. The only other thing it could be, like that weird hum, might be my TV. Like, my microphone used to be on top of it. And I know electronics, like, do have sometimes that, like, humming noise, you know. Because I'm pretty sure it can't be picking up my computers. Like, their fans. But I don't know. It could be. But it's, like, on for, like, a few minutes, then off for a few minutes, then on for a few minutes. So it makes me think it's definitely the register, because that sounds like the sound profile it would have. Like, I feel like if it was the computers, it would just be the whole time, you know? So the fact that it goes away means that it's something that turns on and off. Or I'm being targeted by, like, aliens or, like, some sort of Soviet microwave device. I don't know. That would explain a lot. But I joke, but, like, people actually have been attacked by such things. And the results aren't pretty. So maybe I shouldn't joke about such things. Might get to learn about FBI heart attack guns the hard way. Those are a thing too. Like, they shoot a little pick made of ice with a poison on it that induces heart attacks. Like, that's the stuff our government pays for if you're American. It's pretty cynical, I think's the word that's most applicable. But then again, considering, and I say FBI, I mean CIA. You know, all the shady groups. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's one of those things I think about sometimes. Where, like, it's easy to take a stand against the NSA, but, like, at least we know what they're doing. Kinda. There are tons of groups. Or, I say groups, I mean government organizations that really fight transparency. And I get it, like, when it's basically treason or war crimes what you're doing, like, you kinda gotta look out for number one, but I feel like if you're a government official, number one should always be the people. I also think about how easy it is to, like, shift the conversation. Like, there's this thing called MK Ultra, which was this kinda scary, like, government research into, like, alternative ways of espionage. What they wanted to do was see if they could, like, make people into espers, pretty much. They wanted, like, people with telepathy and other mind, like, psychic abilities, really. But the way they were testing it was basically getting people high on LSD and then basically torturing them. And one of the most, like, well-known people who is alleged to be a part of this is the Unabomber. Yeah. But, like, a lot of people say no, he wasn't, or what he underwent wasn't that bad, that what he actually encountered was just a rogue government official messing with him in college, like, I don't know. There's always more to research, I guess. And when it comes to the government, like, I don't think anybody really has their facts straight, other than the people who are in it, you know? And even then, it doesn't really seem like any of those people do, too. But you get what you pay for. And everyone can vote. My dream is to have Ben Shapiro get offended by something I say. That's the only reason I bring up politics. Someday, one of you guys are gonna get this stuff onto his radar, and you're gonna play right into my hands. That's the goal. I don't know why, like, that's way more... It'll probably open me up to way more scrutiny than, like, any of these conservative figures have ever been under, but, you know, that's life. And I say scrutiny like they're not constantly being on blast by, like, tons of random people, but if it doesn't change anything, like, it doesn't matter. Like, someone accusing Ben Shapiro of wanting to, like, date the Animal Crossing mare dog, like, Isabelle, isn't gonna, like, ruin his life. Will it make him angry? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's exactly what he's into. But, like, 10 comments from random people. Oops, I wasn't even paying attention. I thought I saw the superstar for some reason. That was a ding-dong move. And I forgot to do the lowest time stuff. That's a shame. Well, guess that's what I'm doing. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, social media is really weird. If you've never really used it, like, if you've never really used it, getting multiple comments from a similar group that are critical is a little overwhelming. And I'll say that as someone who usually doesn't see any, like, notifications on the social media, but when I do, it's usually because I say that I put someone on blast, but really I just replied really meanly to someone I disagree with. And, like, that's you kinda deserve that if you're gonna be mean, you know? That doesn't... I don't know. Tone's important, right? Like, if you just call people stupid, like, they're kinda gonna try to prove you're wrong. I guess I'm not really in the mindset of like social media is of light, because it wasn't too long ago where people thought that exact same thing about the internet. Like, everything comes in cycles where people are like, new media can save the world. New media will destroy the world the moment we realize there's consequences for using new media. And that's just a cycle. Then you have people at the end of that cycle where they're like, I hate new media, even though we've already addressed the issues. I still have issues, even though we've kind of done the work to fix it. Which we actually don't, like, the same issues people have with, like, television, and video games, we still have with internet. I don't know. We're just transferring those costs down in the hope that somebody's gonna pay it at some point. Little did we know, that's not how society works. That's not how the human brain works. Human brain creeps in with its tentacles. It wraps its way around your nerves and controls everything you do. Am I slowly brainwashing you to be a leftist? Or to hate the human brain? You'll never know. The real alien invasion starts at 11. What 11? Who knows? I think you have to have fun with life. Like, I'm kind of like a conservative crap shooter because I also play hard and loose with the facts and I don't really know anything. And because I live in a bubble, nobody calls me out on that. At the same time, I don't have money, so I'm a little bit different. And also, I'd like to believe I have standards. Not like this weird, like, obsession with morals that I'm gonna beat people with, but you know, a weird, vague set of rules that I follow occasionally. That sounds a little too wishy-washy, well, clearly you have yet to step into the real world. Not that I ever have. Like, I remember in my youth, we got a free book from school called Walk Two Moons. And the, like, important theme of it was you have to walk, like, so much. You have to, like, give people, like, you have to understand people's perspectives from their, like, point of view. Walk 2 miles in their shoes, blah, blah, blah. I never finished the book. I think it was one of the few books that came into my possession at that time period where I didn't actually, like, bother to read it. I feel like there's been some controversy, though, because the author wasn't, like, Native American, but they used Native American themes a lot. I don't remember. And, like, that can start several other conversations. And I feel like that, what conversation you want to jump into kind of tells, like, where you are in terms of, like, your information pools. Because some people would just jump into, like, identity politics are a blight. And it's like, yeah, no shit. But the only reason we have to deal with them all the time is because we literally have a culture of trying to destroy people's identities. Like, that's the thing. Identity politics only exists because you have two groups of people. People who want to be themselves and people who don't want to allow that to happen. And sometimes that's a really negative thing in the case of racists wanting to be racist and ignoring all the marches of time. And sometimes it's a positive thing, like, literally, like, companies supporting trans rights, or trying to get a little more inclusive, even though the cynical view is they're only doing that for the money. I don't know. Like, it's hard to call it like you see it when everything you see is, like, gray. And everybody else is like, oh, it's black and white. And I'm clearly the white in this situation. It's black and white, and I'm clearly the black in this situation. In a high contrast environment, it really doesn't matter which one you are, as long as you're one or the other. I'm finding it really hard to pay attention to the game when I'm talking about, like, semi-serious stuff. I'm really trying really hard not to put my foot in my mouth too much, but, like, you're just gonna end up doing that no matter what, unless you've really thought about your position and you've kind of planned ahead. And I don't really plan ahead when I'm doing this stuff, I'm just talking off the cuff. I'd say conversationally, but like what conversation is an hour of some guy just rattling off any sort of like memo note that pops out of his head, like, I don't know. The key takeaway is you should only take me so seriously. Not because I'm a comedian, not because I'm an entertainer, I'm not either of those things. I'm just some random guy living in his parents' house, playing video games. And that's the context you should understand me by. And if something I say rattles around in your head and you're like, yeah, maybe we should be nicer to people. Or maybe being open, what's wrong with being open-minded, you know? Like, truly open-minded. And I think that, oops, I almost knocked myself out there. That is kind of like a valid conservative complaint about the left, is that it's kind of gatekeepy, kind of aggressively mean, but at the same time, like, it's not like people such as Ben Shapiro or Caitlyn Bennett aren't the exact same. Like, well, that was a waste. Or Jordan Peterson, who doesn't have the spine to say he's actually a right-winger. He doesn't believe he is, but, like, if you wanna set the course of ideology backwards, you're conservative. Like, hands down, if you want things to go back to the past. And that's a really broad strokes, and it's a really horrible explanation, because there's so many stupid things that can be lumped under conservative thought. Not all of it's bad. It's just we're kind of in this, like, weird dance of a lot of conservative thought now is, like, kowtowing to outright fascism. Or is blatantly lying to people's faces and using fear tactics to, like, get people to hate things that would help them out. Like, everybody hates socialism until they fucking need the government to pay them for several months of, like, not being able to work. Like, COVID's a really good example of that. Like, the United States government failed. And that blame should be on the figures who made it fail. The president and the Senate Majority Leader. And a lesser blame on the House Leader, too. Like, I don't know. Get stuff done. People shouldn't be starving. Like, we knew about this. Every professional said it would be bad. How'd we drop the ball so hard? But is it even dropping the ball if this is exactly what people wanted? You know, like, if the Senate Majority Leader McConnell doesn't put forth any bills that help people, then that shows exactly where his feelings are on the matter. And he hasn't put any bills that would help you. All of his bills would help businesses, and some of them would have killed Medicare, or would have allowed businesses to not be sued by their employees who die of COVID, or get injured by COVID. Which is kind of gross, considering workers already don't have protections in the United States of America, compared to the businesses that hire them. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of gross. And I wish we could get mad at how gross it is, instead of getting mad at, like, what each side is trying to do. Because, yeah, Nancy Pelosi's kind of gross, too, in this situation. Like, remember that commercial she had where she did a tour of her house? Like, the huge freezer full of ice cream? Like, no. Lady, you only got people $1,200 tons of people weren't included in that. And like, if this goes on for the rest of the year, like, a lot of families are gonna be sunk. Like, understand the situation. But maybe it's a little unreasonable to demand everybody be fully accountable, you know? Nobody really wants that. In the soccer game of politics, like, all we need is our side to get a goal, right? And that's a really cynical view. Cynicism is for losers, kids. Like, I don't know, a lot of people confuse it for realism, but like, realism is real. Like, that's the whole point. You're trying to get as real as possible. Cynicism isn't realism. Cynicism is a lazy shortcut to something that people think is realism. Being negative about everything just shows that, like, you're either depressed, or you're trying to sell people, like, a really bad pill. And it's crazy to me that, like, red pill, blue pill, and black pill are things, but that's also a huge talking point. Don't be black-pilled. Just because we're doomed, doesn't mean you can't have fun. Like, there's at least 4 movies about a meteor crashing into the Earth, and everyone knows they're gonna die, and they still have a really cool party before it all happens. And I'm not even kidding you, there's probably more. Like, I have a really small, like, a really small media pool. So if I could think of, like, 3 or 4, I don't know, 4 might be too high. I feel like there's more than 1. So I may be exaggerating. So maybe there's only 4 in the world, I don't know. But there's tons of movies of, like... And I don't really believe that people would come together at the end of the world. I feel like we're still gonna keep chugging along like we do, but... I'd like to believe that the human spirit's a little stronger than shit's fucked, better lay down and die. But that's just me. So let's talk about something fun, because I don't like really... I mean, I do enjoy the serious stuff, it's just... I feel like it's gonna pigeonhole me as... creepy weirdo who lives in his parents' house, does Nintendo videos while mumbling to himself constantly. Alienating anyone who would listen with the poor, like, video quality and poor gameplay and the horrible, atrocious things he says, while also constantly, like, stumbling over his own words and using the same 3 vocal pauses. And using the interesting vocal technique of literally repeating himself constantly. So if anybody wants to rip into me, I've just done it better than you could, probably. If you can do it better though, I'd like to see it. I hear responsive videos are a great way to grow your channel. But I would love to see people respond to me. As viciously as possible. Remember, I'm a coward, not a pushover. Really bare those fangs and claws. It's one thing to invite destruction, it's another to invite death. Never invite death. Enjoy life. But, like, destruction? Sometimes that's just necessary. I really hope the sound quality on my mic is good because, like, I don't want to redo this. I don't have the time today. It's 9:50 at night. I've already made 3 videos today of other games. You're never gonna see those, probably. Well, you will see the other Mario one. The special Battle Mario one you'll see. But I don't know. I just don't know about Minecraft or Tetris. I'm really bad at Tetris. I started playing Tetris 99 to like prime myself up for the inevitable day when Super Mario 35's gone. And can I just say, I'm way worse at that game than I am at this one. And I'm not even that good at this one. But that's kind of the way it goes, I guess. Like, the best place I've gotten is 15 out of the 3, like, sessions I've had with it. Which isn't too bad considering, like, how terrible I am at Tetris, but I don't know, when, like, the vast majority of the time I play, I'm, like, placing, like, 80 to 50 somewhere, like, and since it's 99 people, like, I guess 50th place is actually not that bad, when you think about it. Like, halfway, it's failing, but, you know, it's halfway. Like, Columbus made it halfway around the world, and we still talk about that guy. A lot of people are perfectly willing to overlook the fact that he was a slaving, genocidal psychopath who died in poverty. Like, that's the thing, like, all these figures that, like, random weirdos idolize who died in poverty, and it's like, well, that's because literally everybody died in poverty back in the day, and it's like, that's kind of like saying everybody died of cancer back in the day, and it's like, yeah, but it's true, and it's like, I guess. Human things are weird to think about sometimes, you know? Everybody died in poverty, and everybody died of cancer. Or being eaten. Like, you ever think about that? Like, the hundreds of thousands of years where humans were prey species? So just giant birds and giant mammals just eating us up. And sometimes probably other humans eating humans, like... Golly, no wonder we're all neurotic. Get all those weird fears of, like, everything trying to get some munchy, crunchy humans in them. I don't know. That's something I think about because I'm really scared of everything. And it's like, yeah, your ancestors were probably just gobbled up by the dozen. And then when we finally created a system where, like, that wouldn't have to happen, they probably got used by the other people. Poor Luppy. Poor Luppy. Oh well. And I guess that's kind of the thing that ticks me off about, like, regressive policy. Like, what's its solution? Like, by definition, like, if you don't want things to change, you think they're pretty good. And it's like, yeah, but the only way things could get better is if we eliminated all my enemies. That's pretty crazy. Like, I feel like there's always room to improve, right? That's not wrong, is it? Like, I don't know. Like, if I'm a zealot for anything, it's that, like, things can change. It's that we can make the world a better place. I feel like that's the only true human mandate. But that's kind of like a big picture kind of comment. I'm just a little guy in somebody else's house. I'm pretty sure if I win one, that's gonna be the end of this. 'Cause I really don't have the time for this. I say, but I don't know. I don't know, I've got time. I don't know, I'm just panicking. My mind's going a million miles an hour. I say. As I keep doing the exact same stuff I always do. Talking about things I like to talk about that alienate people. Desperately trying to improve the sound quality because that's the only thing I really can do. Well, you know, you could edit out all the loading stuff, and it's like, not for Mario. I am trying to do that with the Tetris game. Like, at least with the Marios, like, I really do like watching the running Marios run. Like, I really do enjoy that. And also, I'm just really lazy. Like, maybe in January I'll start doing that. That'll be my change to make the videos better. It'll be editing out the loading screens. It'll take out like a solid 2 minutes of the video, but I'll just have to plan for that, right? Well, that was redundant. That was cool. Like, nothing's really bad if you plan for it. It's just we live on a finite ball where an infinite number of things can happen because there's an infinite number of things bouncing around. Physics is just the science of discovering, like... Physics is just the science of knowing, like, how those dumb things bounce around. That's all it is. And if anyone tells you otherwise, like, tell them they're wrong. Oh boy. That's not what I need. Oh, you betrayed me, you ding-dong. Come here. This is fun. Oh god! Yes. That was pretty close, personally. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of it. Another Bowser. Oh, I wanted to superstar him to death. Okay, I need you to come to me, please. He's not going to. I'm trapped. This is not fun. Stop. Any other Bowsers I should know about? Yes, there aren't. Come on, give me something good. That was adequate. I see another Bowser though. I'm a little afraid. This isn't my round, I think. I could be wrong about that, but you know, I doubt it. I feel like I'm pretty good at calling these things now. I know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do. Oh boy. Someone's feeling spicy. Whoa, someone's feeling spicy. Like, what the heck is that? Oh, there's two of them, okay. But I feel like there's three of them, nice. Cool beans. It's all about being calm and detached. Remember, apathy and cynicism are two entirely different things. It's okay to be apathetic. In fact, sometimes it's even necessary. But it's never okay to be cynical. You always have to be positive. You just don't always have to be involved, you know? And like, don't really listen to that, that's a lot of garbage, but I did not know that was there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Fascinating stuff, fascinating stuff. My hands are really sweaty at this point. You don't need to know that, but I'd like you to know. Oh, come on. You're killing me here. Literally killing me. Nice. That's fun. That's not fun. Oh baby. There's three of us left. Cool beans. Can I? Yeah, I can do that. I didn't really. Boop. That was neat. Oh dear. I was afraid. I was afraid for my life. I always am, but that was unexpectedly good. Is there another one? Mommy said yeah. Mother said take you out. The only way. this is going to end is with me jumping into a hole, probably. Cool beans. Haha, dodged another hole. Take that. I've done this course as Small Mario so many times, I know what I'm doing. I say as I take a little breather. Yes, yes. And there we go. Didn't feel so good about it, but I still did it. Cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Jareth the Tag. Well, this is why. Everyone's, like, got an English name. Okay. So there are a few that aren't, but, like... I don't know, I always feel like I do better when it's, like, against a Jareth or a James or, like, some sort of Mike guy or something, than instead of, like, a name I can't pronounce or understand because it's in a different language. Yeah, we'll do another round. I know what I said, but I feel good. And 36 minutes is a little short to call it, you know? Those are my feelings on the subject. It doesn't need to be an hour, but I'd like to have it, I don't know, an hour wouldn't be too bad. At least 45 minutes. Maybe 25 more minutes. I don't know. It really depends. If I lose really badly, though, I might just give up. You know me. Easily discouraged. That's the lucky way. We walk a long road. But the moment there's rocks, we give up. That's the lucky path. That's unfair. His toes tapped me. Or hers. I wonder if... You know, I was gonna say, I wonder if Goombas have gender. But then I remembered Super Mario Odyssey, where yeah, they do actually. And it's canonical. Unlike Paper Mario, where it's alleged. I mean, it's not alleged, like, in terms of gender, it's just the canon of Paper Mario versus the canon of the main... I don't know, Mario doesn't really have any canon, personally. Like... The Mario games are a stage that we're just supposed to enjoy. Like, I don't know. But I say this as someone who in my youth spent a long time, way too much time, arguing about the Zelda timeline. And let's just say, I was pretty wrong about a lot of random things. Although, I was right about... I mean, I was right about the obvious stuff, like, everybody knew about the timeline split with Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, when the Wind Waker came out and they gave a bunch of interviews like that. But, like, where Four Swords Adventure would go, where Four Swords in general would go, whether or not it's Oracles first and then Link's Awakening, or Link's Awakening and then Oracles, like, whether the same Link from all of those games is the same Link, like, I don't know. And, like, the obvious answer is, yeah, they are. Which means the Link from The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, is the only Link that stars in 4 games. Think about that. And, like, Nintendo could have just made... What was the 3DS one? I am screwing up. A Link Between Worlds, that's it. They could have made it be the same Link. They could have. And he could have been in 5 games. Instead they had to make A Link to the Past remake, semi, not really. Callback, spiritual sequel. I don't know. I really did enjoy, like, A Link Between Worlds way more than I should have. Like, it was a really good warm-up sesh for 2 years later, Breath of the Wild. Like, at this point, the only Zelda games I haven't really gotten any real gameplay in myself are the multiplayer ones, like Four Swords Adventures and Triforce Heroes are the only ones I haven't really gotten far on my own. And I feel like that's a little understandable, because they're made to be played like with other people. So their gameplay mechanics become a little painful if you're by yourself. Or at least that's how I feel about it. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm always wrong. What am I talking about? I'm not beating myself up. I'm just saying, like, I'm not an authority on these things. I'm just giving my opinions as someone who enjoys video games. And occasionally digs too deep in terms of how my emotions relate to said games. Or said things. I feel like that's just humanity in general, though, like, digs too deep on, like, how things relate to their own emotions. There is something, like, Lovecraftian about, like, the way political discourse is dealt with. Like, it's very simple. You have groups of people who say this very angrily. You have groups of people who say that very angrily. And everybody knows it's wrong on both sides. But it never changes. And then the people who said it was wrong end up doing it themselves. Pretty interesting. If I win this round, though, I'm done. Like, all these Lakitus are just... it's garbage. That's all it is. If you can survive against Lakitus and Spinies, you deserve a break, right? Oh boy, I don't like this. No! You ruined me! You ruined my life. Cool. Nice. Come on. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna kill you. Because I don't respect you. And then I need you to understand that this is not... oh my god. Of course you would. You jerk. Now this is gonna go bad no matter what. Mommy, please don't let them hurt me. As the good book says, waste all your coins on pointless garbage. Oh, this is a nightmare. But it's a nightmare I'm contributing to. What's going on? Why? Give me a power-up. You defy me like this. I hate it. Thanks, bud. I've got one shot to not screw this up. I've got no shots to not screw this up. I'm basically screwed. Thanks, game. It was nice knowing you all. I'm depressed. Oh god. I deserve better for this. I deserve so much better than you're giving. Oh my goodness. Do you see that line of Lakitu? I did that to myself. They did that to me. We all did that to each other. I guess humans are the real monsters after all. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to win that once. Once I did all those Lakitu, like, you know, it occurs to me, did I even ever do lowest time? We can't end without making sure that we've completed all our objectives, right? But yeah, once I saw those Lakitu that I got rid of in 2-2, and I also saw that it didn't knock anybody out, like, I was like, oh man. We got some real pros here. I thought I could do it, but I didn't. I just got played. But that's life. Kind of at this point in my life where all my problems can be solved by actually dealing with them or putting a towel over them. It's kind of weird how that's like the theme of the eve of my 30s, I guess? The dawn? The dawn, because it's a start, right? I don't know, time's weird. You can see anything as the start or the end, right? I'm sure you could. I think if I could have one wish, and it'd be a really hard one, because I'd really, really, really want to wish for, like, everyone's kneecaps to shatter. Like, man, if I ever got the Dragon Balls, you better have invested in, like, morphine or something, friend. Because I'm wishing for all your kneecaps to shatter. That seems like it would be fun to me. But yeah, maybe a better wish would be to make everyone experience time, like, non-linearly. I didn't pronounce that right, but you know what I'm saying, like, not in order. Like, you still live in order, but you're not experiencing time in order. I feel like that'd be pretty trippy. Life-ruining. Catastrophic. But pretty interesting, wouldn't you say? It'd be... I think the best thing would be... It would allow me to, like, say, take that, Play-Doh. How's your cave look now, bitch? That's a little mean to a dead guy. But he's been dead for a few thousand years, so, you know... It's fine. And who knows, maybe it never existed. Maybe Play-Doh was just an invention of other people. Just like his teacher. Maybe we're all inventions of some other thing. And while we pretend to call it God, it doesn't really care. It's just dreaming. Randomly dreaming. But that's a little bleak. And I suppose a lot of what I talk about's a little bleak, isn't it? But I guess, like, what would you expect from a guy whose first wish for realsies would be to shatter everybody's kneecaps at the same time? And, like, that's the important thing. It has to be everyone's kneecaps at the same time. Like, we're gonna slow roll an apocalypse with kneecaps. Literally kneecap humanity. And sure, you could say this shows, like, a startling lack of compassion for my fellow man, but don't you all know someone who deserves to have, like, their kneecaps shattered? And wouldn't you be willing to endure that yourself if it meant they also would have their kneecaps shattered? I've been talking about this a long time, but I think you agree with me. I'm sure you do. They say an eye for an eye makes everybody blind. But nobody ever mentioned anything about kneecaps. Checkmate, atheists. And moralists. And anybody who cares about a functioning society. Which is pretty much everyone other than anarchists, I guess. But even they have their values, so it's not really fair to lump them in with, like... I don't know. I don't know what group of people would actually be willing to see, like, it all burn. Children? Terrorists? The occasional mad ape? I hope aliens exist so they can write book reports about us being like the mad apes of Earth. Because you know they'd mispronounce Earth. And they probably wouldn't even use it, they probably wouldn't even say it with vowels we know or can pronounce. So that would be even cooler. Like, imagine mispronouncing Earth in a way the human tongue could not replicate. But at that point it's not mispronouncing, it's just doing your best. With your three-pronged, dry alien tongue. I said I'd cut this, I said I'd call it before an hour, but like, we're so close. Weird. It's weird how things work out. I'm gonna be disappointed by the sound quality when I pop this into my movie editor. But that's life. I'm never happy, so it's fine. Oh boy. I said I was never happy, but that wasn't half bad. Sure, I lost my power-up, but it's fine. It's not fine, but I'll use the Mercy Invincibility to not get tripped up. That's the trick. Always use your Mercy Invincibility to not get tripped up. Always be tripping others. The key to winning the game is playing the game. That's something that's on a that's definitely a t-shirt, like bit of wisdom for people who've never like experienced actual wisdom before. And that's mean, but like, I don't know. I think by a lot of what I say you can kind of glean the fact that I don't have high opinions of humanity. And that's why I cosplay as an alien on my secret identity. At least I'm not a sock puppet. At least I'm not a sock puppet. I'm not here to agree with anybody else. Especially not me. Because if I ever met me on the internet, I'd probably want to kill him. No doubt. Think I want to listen to that guy? I am that guy. I have to say all this stuff. I don't want to listen to it. I'd wish for time travel to be real just so I could punch myself in my dumb face. I'd shatter my own kneecaps with my own bare hands. And if that show of, like, homicidal rage towards myself doesn't convince you otherwise, then I don't know what will. There we go. Everything works out eventually. Sometimes, usually not in the way we want, though. Like, people really want to believe that, like, everything works out means, like, their plans will pan out, we'll all be happy and successful, nobody dies, but, like, no, it just means the odds play out. And if you're really dumb, or even just really unlucky, or just don't know, like, any of the infinite amount of things that surround you could literally explode, or go off the rails. And that's life. Hot, gritty, messy, awful, on every account, but it's all we've got, so we might as well take it for a full ride. If it breaks down, then oh well, I don't know. I don't know how to make this statement inspirational. Well, may you have more skill at life than I do navigating two Goombas. It's not pixel perfect, but I am really good at, like, getting my legs in where they shouldn't be. If only I learned to stick the landing. Guess I should have taken more of my sister's gymnastics courses. Okay. make a leap of faith. And then we're gonna... Nice. Better than it... But I wanted to get the coins. I don't have to get the coins, I guess. But I'd like them. Okay, that's cool. Miss. And I may or may not have enough coins, I don't know. It probably won't matter because I'll jump into a hole or run out of time. But, you know. So it goes. Cool. Exactly what I like. Show those fish who's boss. When you think about it, like, the fact that I was perfectly timed to hit all those fish just means, like, without that superstar, I would have gotten hit a bunch. When you think about it like that, like, oof. Lucky me. Lucky. How much longer can this go on? I wanted that, probably. Oh well. Yeah, come here, you. Come on. That's not what I wanted to do at all. That's not what I want to do at all. Come on, guys. Nice. That was not bad. I'm not going for the coins. I probably should, but... I feel like that's a path of trickery and despair. Well, there's 5 of us now. That's cool. That's exactly what I don't need. Thanks, friend. You're not getting this point, are you? You are not getting the point at all. There we go. I'll take that. I am bleeding through my stuff. That's good. That's a bit better. But not very much better. I feel like everybody else is in better stages than I am. I'm gonna die. And it's all my own fault. There we go. Finally. Oh, that's not what I need. I'll take it. I'll take it. Come on, give me a power-up. Nice. And let me get hit. You're not gonna let me get hit. Okay. Will I get 4th place or not? That is the ultimate question. Oh, I'm running out of time. Oh, that was bad. That was dumb. That's it. 2 people left with better times than I have. They're still going. Awesome. Let's see who these heroes... Yeah, see, this is what I thought. Oh, man. Target and send enemies, lowest time 30 times. That's what I thought. Tamil Blanca. Tamilabka. That's a really weird name. And then Nikki. Good game, both of you. That was pretty crazy. And I think that's it. We didn't get any icons because we got them all, I think. I really don't know if, like, there's ever gonna be, like, 2 in that corner. But yeah, we got them all. Next special battle's December 11th. This has been Luppy Ress, playing Super Mario 35, testing out my new mic position, hopefully figuring out my sound stuff a little bit more. Thanks for watching, as always. I'll see you again. Bye.